Hi, welcome to my video. This is the Eclectic Matte Witch. Tonight, guys, I got this Dragonfly here, and what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be painting this for my youngest daughter as a gift. She already knows about this. I got it for her. I haven't given it to her yet. She doesn't know I'm painting it, though. So I'm going to be doing that tonight to give it to her. Something a little different than what I've been doing lately. I took this off. This is a string that goes right in this area right here to hang it up. She can do whatever she wants after she gets it as far as that goes, but I took it off right now to make it easier painting. So I'll show you what I got. I got 3 different paints. The main 2 paints I'm going to be using is a Pink Parfait and Leguana, which is like a type of a blue color. And also, it says Pavement, but it's more or less black color. And these are made for wood. I have other paints too, but these work better for in the wood. I got a paintbrush. I have several of them over here, but this is the main one I'm going to be using. Got a little thing for paint and some water to dip the paintbrush in. I haven't done any painting projects in a while, and I'm not like an expert painter, but it turns out pretty good if I do it right. So I'm just going to get started with that. Just something a little different tonight, guys. After what happened last night, what I had to do, I want to do something a little more relaxing. So I might stop and start the video a few times, let the paint dry. So I don't know if I'm going to get this video done tonight or not. Either way, you won't know the difference because of the fact that it's just going to be all one video. But it does dry pretty quickly, so we'll see what happens. So I'm just going to start painting it. What I'm going to do, the outer rims right here of the wings, I'm going to paint pink. And these parts I'm pretty much going to paint that Leguana color. So I'm going to start doing that now. I haven't done any painting projects in a while, so I kind of want to do something. I have a bunch of wood that I can paint. Usually I just get these at Dollar Tree, and what I do is I just paint them the color I want. I'd like to start crafting some of my own wood too if I have time. The problem is I don't have a lot of time right now to do that, between work and then doing things with my family, my friends. So I'm just going to do the initial part here. I'm going to paint the pink part for right now. And I'm going to do it on both sides. I think it'll be real nice when it's done. I know she'll really like it. My youngest daughter just turned 11. Actually, yeah, she just turned 11 in July. So, not that long ago. As you know, I don't like revealing too much information about my children on my YouTube channel, and I think you can understand that, guys. Just trying to keep them safe. I don't even put my identity on here, so unless you know me in person, you know who I am. But I just kind of feel protective that way when it comes to things like that. So, paint to like about there with it. There might be some overlapping, but I can fix that later. Yeah, it wasn't until a couple years ago when I started getting interested in doing crafts. It's kind of funny because it wasn't actually until I started practicing my craft, like witchcraft. Then I noticed I started getting interested in other things, like doing crafts and even foraging for plants and making my own medicine. It kind of all goes hand in hand with nature, guys. The energy and the things around you. One of the things I really like to do, I like to go out in the woods, just sit there and relax. Just kind of like ground myself. Just kind of absorb the energy around, like just tone out any distraction. Just let the energy come to you. You'd be pretty amazed at the kind of feelings you can get and the things you can perceive when you do that, guys. So, we have so many distractions in our society, in our world, that we're conditioned to pay attention to those distractions instead of what's really important. It's these simple things like this that you can get a lot of pleasure and joy out of. And as I get a little older, I realize that more and more. So I'm going to paint that like that. I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side here. Hang on, I got a little paint. I want to wipe that off because I don't want that in there. There we go. So, just going to turn that around carefully here. I'm going to do the same thing on this side right here. I don't know if you guys ever do any projects or crafts or anything, and it's kind of nice that you can actually go to Dollar Tree and find things cheap, and you can like kind of like modify it yourself instead of going to like a art store or craft store and paying a lot of money for things that are already done, like even like decorations and novelties. You can buy them like just the wooden ones like this and finish it yourself a lot cheaper. I've had this paint for about a year and a half, and it's really cheap. It's less than $1 per paint. So you save a lot of money when you do things like this, guys. So I also make things for friends. As you know, I made some of them. If you remember watching my video about my mushrooms and stuff that I made. Hang on. You remember, like these? I made some of these for my friends, and I have one for myself. Those are from Dollar Tree too. They were just like a plain color, and I pretty much painted those too. If you went to like a store where they sold them novelties like that, you'd probably be paying, I don't know, 15 bucks maybe for something like that. But when I got it for $1 and I painted it myself, use a different type of paint though. This is more porous to sink down into the wood. So perfect kind of paint for that. See, I made a little mistake there, but I can still correct it once it dries. So. Like I said, I'm going to do some final touch-ups anyway with it, so. Yeah, it's getting that time of year now where the season's starting to change. We're going to be going into fall. And I'll still be spending a lot of time outdoors, but I don't know, I just like doing these kind of things this time of year more for some reason. When winter comes, I'll definitely be spending a lot of time outside because I love winter, but also indoors doing things, doing crafts and different projects. And I'll record them for you to see when I do it. It's been quite a while since I've done a crafting project on my channel. Some people might find it boring, but if you don't like the video, guys, you're more than welcome to, skip past it or just watch another one that I might have up. This is something I like to do. I don't dodge spells and things, so you know that. I do discussions and a bunch of other things, guys. So. Alright, so I got that. I'm just going to touch up any area that I see I might have missed right here. Where I can see there's still some of the wood showing. Now, I don't know if I'll have to do a second layer. It depends on how it looks when it dries. It's already drying, so I might not have to. But the plan is, I'm going to take, let's see what point do I want to do that with? Okay, I'm going to paint it pink from here down, and I'm going to probably paint it the blue color up here. Maybe put some black stripes in it too. It's not really a bee, so I'm not trying to make it look like a bee, but it might look a little bit like that in the end here, but you'll still be able to tell it's a dragonfly, so. Just trying to even this out the best I can. There we go. Alright, let's see here. Let's see how that looks so far. Okay. Like I said, I can touch it up in the end anyway, so make it nice. Alright guys, that's what I got done so far. I'm going to stop the video, and when this is dry, I'll come back and do some more. Alright? Alright guys, I'm back. I restarted the video. I let that dry. It just took a few minutes. Now, I'm going to start using the Laguana colored blue paint. And I think what I'm going to do, the antennas are going to be like black. I'm going to put this part pink again, and I'm going to put a couple little black eyes on it. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just kind of visualizing it as I go along. So I'm going to start working on that now. I know these type of videos aren't for everyone. Some might get bored by it, like I said. If you don't like it, guys, that's fine. You don't have to watch it. I have plenty of other videos up. Like 676 videos, actually, I think. So feel free to do whatever you want. But if you want to continue with me as I paint this, that would be good as well. Like I said, I'm doing this for my 11-year-old daughter. This dragonfly caught her eye when we were at Dollar Tree. And it was only $1.25, so of course I got it for her. But like I said, what she doesn't know is I took it in here in a room and I decided I'm going to paint it for her. Colors that she likes. And when she gets it, she'll be surprised. Something that didn't cost much, but something I could work on myself, and something that she'll really like. So, you don't always have to do real expensive things, guys. Like, simple things you do with your own hands, especially when you're giving to your children, can mean more than anything you could buy that's already put together. At least that's how I feel about it. So. You can see how it's coming along. Sorry if that's off camera view. I kind of have a small angle window to work with the camera, so. I don't know if you guys have any kids or anything, and you ever do anything like this for them, or maybe even like do projects with them. There's things I do with my kids too, like this, but this I'm doing for her, from me. And I'll probably put my name on it, from Dad or Daddy, and I'll put her name on it. I'm not going to say her name, but that's what I'm going to do. Like I said, I'm just an amateur painter. But if I'm careful with it and I can do it right, it'll turn out well. So I got the one side done right there. Now I'm going to go down here. Do the other side. Start with this down here. The tricky part is getting by the edges right here without spilling over into the other paint. If I do, I can always paint over it, but I'm trying to avoid doing that so I won't have to. See, I just did a little bit right there as I speak. A tiny bit. But that'll be easy to fix. I'm going to do the final touch-ups. Probably not on camera, but after it's all done. So. I have different size paint brushes too, but this is pretty much perfect for what I need right now. I have bigger ones, smaller ones. So when I make little mistakes, I'll just take some of the really tiny fine point paint brushes and correct it with that later. Also, if you notice, sometimes you see little like lumps of paint that's left. You want to like flatten that out because what it'll do is it'll dry and you'll see that detail in there. So you definitely want to like go through and push and like even it out. when you paint, because it'll show up in the end, and it'll be, once it's dry, it'll be hard to correct that because it'll look like a little bump. So I will say this: my oldest is 18, and my youngest is 4. Will be 5 this month. And the one I'm painting this for is 11, and I have a 16-year-old as well. So. And this one's for my 11-year-old. Remember that one thing I did a while ago? The stickers for my youngest? My son Noah? Yeah, I'll say his name. It's just Noah. I'm not going to give the last name, so. Sometimes I'm okay giving first names, but I still don't. I want to be kind of vague, guys. You understand what I'm saying? So. Alright, so even that out. Areas where it might be a little even here, or I notice there's any remaining spots where you can see the wood. So that's what I'm going to do down here too. Still got to do that side, but kind of cross like that. Yeah, we're already starting to see some signs of fall where I live. I live in the southern tier of New York State, like I've told you guys before. I'm not going to say what town or what area, but seeing some leaf changes. Sometimes in September that happens a little bit. We've had some days where it's only been upper 50s lately, but today it was like 80 degrees and it's supposed to be 85 tomorrow. So it's still technically summer. Honestly, I'm looking forward to the fall season, even winter, because I actually just got a pair of cross-country skis for free. They're lightly used. And they're good shape though. And I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm hoping we have enough snow this year where I can use it. The last 3 winters have been really mild. I haven't been able to go ice fishing and do any things like that I enjoy because of that. So we'll cross our fingers that this year it'll be a little different. So alright. I gotta be careful, but I want to touch the areas that I just painted here. So work on this side now. You can see how it's coming along, kind of how I wanted to do it. Right here there's a little bit of pink paint that I got to get over. I might have to go over that a couple times, we'll see. Like I said, some paint projects you got to do it more than once. It looks to me like I'm only going to have to paint it once, but I'll have to touch up some areas, that's all. So now the other side, since it's exactly the same, I'm probably not going to film myself doing that. I'm just going to film me painting the one side. And then you can already see how it's going to look on both. I might make a follow-up video later of what it looks like at the end. But for now, when I do end the video, I'm just going to do it so the one side will be done and you'll be able to see what it's going to look like for her. So. They have so many different things in my local Dollar Tree, guys. There's like a bunch of wooden like crafts on the one aisle where they sell, they have beads, they have a bunch of different things. And I'm always looking for new things they might have. Like I painted that snake before that I got that from the Dollar Tree. A lot of my wooden projects I did. So, and even some of my ceramic ones that I've done. Like I said, you can get it cheap and then you can modify it the way you want it to. Give them as gifts to people, give them to your family. Like I said, I'm doing my daughter with this one. Things like that. I mean, just an idea. I mean, I don't know a lot of people have actually thought about that, but I kind of, one day, I don't know, about a year and a half ago, I was in Dollar Tree. I was like, wait a minute, what if I get some paint and I just start painting these things a certain way so they look really nice? Instead of spending a bunch of money to go buy crafts that are already done for my kids and novelties and things, I can buy it and then I can modify it the way I want after I buy it cheap. So. Oops, see, I just made a mistake right there. See what I did? I accidentally dipped into the pink. So what I'm going to do, quickly, I'm going to smear that down as much as I can. Let it dry for a minute. Then I'm just going to paint right over that with the blue. I wasn't paying attention and I dipped it into the pink right here instead of the blue. So let's see if I can just do that now. Yep, I think it'll be okay. And like I said, I might have to go over it again, but see, I did that again, but this time I didn't actually touch the Dragonfly with it, so yeah, it'll correct itself. It'll be okay. And if you notice, you get a little extra wet paint in these little crevices. You want to try to get that out of there because it'll take longer to dry and it'll leave these lumps behind. And you want to get that, like I said, if you can, because like I said a minute ago, if you don't, it'll dry that way and it won't look right. So that's one thing, it won't be easy to correct. So you want to take care of that pretty quickly when you notice it. I'm not really worried about making little mistakes like I just did because I'm going to correct that anyway. So. Curious how many of my viewers that watch my video on a regular basis have been subscribed to me since the beginning or the very beginning. If you have, would you leave a comment and let me know? I'm curious to how many subscribers have been actually staying with me all this time. Because I can see the views, but it doesn't really tell me who's viewing. So I'd just like to know that. I'd be curious to know how many of my subscribers watching this video right now have been with me for, oh, let's see, how long have I had this channel now? Oh, about a year and a half since the beginning. I think I did my first video for this channel February of 2023, and now it's September 2024. Well, time goes by. It's been going by much faster than I realized, and so it really is, guys. So. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, stop the video. I'm going to let this continue drying, and then I'll be back in just a little bit. Alright guys, I'm back once again, and what I'm going to do now is just a quick little section. I'm going to take some of this pavement black paint. I'm going to paint the antennas that color. I think what I'm going to do, use a smaller brush for that one. So we'll start right there. Just working my way up and around it, just like that. Pretty simple, actually. Between there. Without making it too lumpy in there. And the sides as well. Sides don't matter as much, but I am giving this to my daughter, so I do want it to be nice. Right? So just like that. I'll let that dry, and I'll be back. Alright guys, that's dry. So now what I'm going to do, paint up here. I'm probably going to use this brush for it. And use pink. So what I want to do, I want to curve it a little bit like that. So it kind of is a little bit rounded right there. And then I'm just going to go paint the rest of that part pink. It's a little tricky right here on the edges, especially right next to the black. Because blending the colors I'm talking about. Just trying to be very careful as I do that. Even out some of the lumps of paint that are right there. Here we go. Actually looks pretty good. Alright, now I'm going to let that part dry. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm just kind of playing this as I go along, guys. So, take some blue paint. Same thing right here. Let's see here. Slightly uneven. Put up a little farther, I think. That. Alright, now. Alright, I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do next with this here. Small paintbrush like this. Okay. Still slightly wet. I'm just thinking, guys, because like I said, I'm just kind of playing as I go along. I already got this part down, but this is the part I'm just trying to figure out. Hang on here. I think I'm going to do first. I'm going to bring this pink out a little farther. Here. Towards the edge of the wings. See, it overlapped a little bit, so I have to fix that too. Problem is, it's got some, if you look, I don't know if you can see that on the end, it's got a couple of fine little, like, hairs that are hanging off there, and it's causing it to overlap a little bit with this brush. So let's see. Alright, now, take a little blue, just kind of even it out right here. Okay, hang on guys, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to clip off those fine little hairs that are hanging on the end. It's interfering with the painting properly. Give me 1 second here. There we go. That should fix the issue. Because there was, just like I said, some loose hairs on there. Let's try and... Alright. How that went on there like that. I'm going to take care of that later too. Alright, let's see here. Sorry if I'm boring you guys, I'm not trying to. Just concentrating on doing this here. Alright, now it should be dry enough to do what I need to do next here. So I think what I'm going to do, I'll take some more black paint. Carefully run it across, just like that. Alright, let that dry. And then I'm going to finish painting it. So I'm going to stop the video again, guys, and I'll be back. It's going to be kind of a long video, so. Alright guys, that section is dried. So what I did is I grabbed a different type of paint, a different color. Got some apricot paint. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this part that color. So what I'm going to do, put some of my little paint tray over here, which is a little bit off camera. And I think what I'm going to do, just so I don't overlap too much, I'm going to paint a little rim around it first as a border, and then I'm going to paint the inside of it afterwards. So, start out right here doing that. Like I said, this is the trickiest part right here. Trying to get it just right. Yeah, like I was saying, I painted things for gifts for some of my friends before. Usually when I make a new friend, I make a gift for them, and I've got some friends I'm going to be doing that for. I'm just trying to figure out what they like, as far, because I don't really know yet. Something I can make to give to them. So, because I've got a couple new friends I want to do that for. So. So, fix it. See, it kind of made a little green color there because it blended in with the blue, and I'm trying to be very careful not to do that. I just have to fix some of that later, guys. Now, just trying to make a little border here so I won't cross over it when I'm painting with my bigger brush. I honestly don't know a lot of people nowadays that do this stuff. Make things for their kids. Like, in the olden days, especially at Christmas time, it was common for people like to sew things and make different crafts and different things that their kids could have, like especially around the holidays, guys. Especially families didn't have a lot, pioneer families. Like some people would make a horse saddle for their kids or sew clothing, things like that. We've gotten so commercialized in our society nowadays that people run out and grab all these things. I gotta admit, I'm just as guilty. So I want my kids to be happy, and it's kind of what our culture is today, what they expect. But at the same time, the simple things that you make with your own hands are what really counts the most. Allergies are acting up a little bit, especially as we get closer to the fall season. I don't like taking a lot of pharmaceuticals, and I don't, but honestly, just the only thing I can really find that works for my allergies are some pharmaceuticals. So, unfortunately, I've had to take a little bit of that for now. But it's at least working somewhat. Alright. So I still gotta do this end here. I want to be careful right here, because that borders the black right there, and I don't want to cross over that too much. I got another even more fine paintbrush than this. I honestly don't know where it went, and I'm becoming handy right now, honestly. See kind of how I crossed over the black a little bit. I didn't want to do that. I just have to fix it later. Alright, now that part's taken care of, so take my brush here that I've been using recently, and I'm going to just start painting the inside of this. Just like that, and you can see how it's gonna kind of now get an idea what it's going to look like more. Except I got to add the eyes in up there and maybe a couple other things. We'll see. I've actually been working on this for a couple hours, believe it or not. In the time frame that you're seeing this video, how I've said to stop it, stuff. Because I stepped away for a half an hour. One of the times I stopped it. So. This is one of the newer, apricot's one of the newer colors I bought maybe like a month ago. I hadn't been doing a lot with it, but I got it because I knew it would come in handy sooner or later. I got a variety of colors, guys. And this is more of a, it's acrylic craft paint, but it works perfect for wood. The other one I have won't go into the pores. I've tried it. So I use that for like when I paint my mushrooms and more ceramic things like that. So this is perfect for wood. Through. See some areas that might still be showing a little bit of the wood through. Even out some of the paint spots here that I don't want to have lumps in it. Alright. Okay, still a little bit right here. Go. Now, for the eyes, just trying to figure out where that would go here. Probably like, that's just a hole for holding the string that I have so you can hang it up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to flip this thing around here, just like that, so I can just get a better idea where the eyes are going to, probably like, hey, right there. Alright. What color should I make those? Probably black, kind of like the antenna. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm just going to take a couple little... Here we go. It looks like a real dragonfly or not, but that's okay. It's more like an animated type of thing, so. Alright, that looks good for the eyes. I'll just like pretend that's the mouth, even though that's where it goes as far as the hole for the string, but it'll be okay that way either way. I think what I want to do now, once that dries, there's going to be one more section, guys, then I'll be done. So I'm just going to stop it for a minute, alright? Alright, guys, I'm back for the last section. So I decided what I'm going to do here. Instead of using blue, I don't want this to look green. So I'm going to take some of this pink paint. I'm just going to simply place some dots. Like that. Just to give it a little more of an effect. Just so it stands out a little bit more. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Sorry if you can't, but try to hold up and show it to you before I get ready to end the video. Oh, too close together, so something here. I have to hold up so I can just see it a little bit better here. You don't want the dots to be perfectly even because it's not really a pattern, it's just more of what it would look like if it was like on something like this. So. Alright, I think that is perfect. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. But for now, guys, let me see if I can pull this up a little bit here. Just so I can show you. See? You can see the pink dots or not, but they're on that. And this is pretty much what it's going to look like. My daughter, I think she'll really like it. It took me quite a while to get this done. You can see I got the eyes and everything. Any final touch-ups I'll take care of. So, well guys, painting out for my daughter. I'll probably work on the next section tomorrow. Not on camera because I've already did that. So I'm going to get ready to end the video, guys. This has been quite a long video. If you stayed with me the whole time, I appreciate it. Dedication to this channel and my videos. So. Alright guys, remember, everyone has worth, value, beauty, and needs to be loved. Everyone has worth, value, beauty, deserves unconditional love, unconditional acceptance, unconditional friendship, unconditional respect. Also, guys, if you'd like to help donate to this channel, it would be greatly appreciated. My Cash App is $Eclectic81. That's $ECLECTIC81. Also, my email is the same as my PayPal. You have a suggestion for a spell, a suggestion for a discussion, you just want to say hi, or let me know how you think I'm doing. Also, maybe you have a suggestion for a craft I can do, guys. So, guys, and my email is the same as my PayPal. If you want to donate that way, it's eclecticmalewitch@gmail.com. That's eclecticmalewitch@gmail.com. Alright guys, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and click on the bell notification icon to be updated on my latest video. Thank you for watching my video. This is the Eclectic Male Witch. Blessed be.